Last weekend, Gardner-Webb head coach Jim Chester felt that his team simply was not playing good baseball against USC Upstate. They are now on a 6-game losing streak, but before then, they have been playing very well overall this season. They are now working on competing with focus and trying to make those plays when they can. This focus is not just putting pressure on wins alone, but overall playing better baseball.
Lauren, it's been kind of a rough week of news for our basketball team, but it's time for the silver lining. It looks like brown might be the new blue. At least that's what Tar Heel fans are saying about the newest member of the men's basketball team, Paxton Wojcik. Wojcik is a 6'5" guard from Indiana. He started his collegiate career at Loyola Chicago before transferring to Brown. Wojcik is coming off a fantastic season, averaging 14.9 points, 7.2 rebounds, and 3.2 assists per game. They also broke another streak back in January whenever they handed Duke their first ACC loss of the season when the two teams faced off in Carmichael. Those two wins have now completed a back-to-back season sweep by the Heels. Even with those offensive struggles, the Heels have improved their record to 20-9 on the season, and they are the 7th seed in the ACC tournament that is starting this week.
The emphasis of this program has been power these past few years. Coach Harris says every day we hit the ball as hard as we can, as often as we can. Harris and his staff challenge the players by using weighted bats and a variety of machine and technology in order to push their limits.
With Carolina up 30-21, UNC just needed to play prevent defense, get the ball back, then run out the clock. On the second play of NC State's drive, Leary threw a bomb to Wolfpack receiver Amezi for a 64-yard touchdown. And again, the Carolina defenders let the receiver get behind them, leaving the player wide open with nothing between him and the end zone. But even after this touchdown, the Heels were still in the lead. State went for the onside kick, which in college football only has about a 24% chance of benefiting the kicking team. UNC's Trey Morrison had the first shot at fielding the ball, but his indecision and inability to commit to securing the ball gave two NC State players the chance to recover, which they did on their own 46.
Last week, Campbell fell to both Duke and Elon. Now, this is extremely uncharacteristic for a team that usually bounces back well after the loss, but they suffered their first back-to-back loss of the season. They led early in both of those games, so now they're working on closing games and playing a complete 9 innings. The team is coming off a 3-day break for finals and looking to start a new win streak.
A lot of people like fall, winter, spring, or summer, but it's time for the women's lacrosse team's favorite season of them all, postseason. Later today, UNC will embark on the search for its 7th straight conference title in Charlotte at American Legion Memorial Stadium. The 3rd-seeded Heels will take on the 6th-seeded Clemson Tigers in tonight's quarterfinals game. In their past matchup, UNC won 17-8. The offense was led by Marissa White, who notched 5 goals, as she remains the lone Tar Heel to have scored in every game this season, and Caitlin Wurzberger, who recently scored her 100th career goal and had a hat trick against Clemson.
Kobe Wilkerson can really make a difference on this team. Coach Forbes looks back to last year's Mikey Madej and feels that having a player like that is important. He was a key contributor when needed, a switch hitter who is a tough at-bat for opposing teams, and Forbes sees that in Wilkerson as he gets stronger.
On Saturday, UNC football held their highly anticipated spring game, which was free for all to attend. The game gave fans a sneak peek of what to expect this season. With the starters not playing for long, the transfer wide receivers Tez Walker and Nate Walker stole the show, showcasing their skills and scoring the only 2 touchdowns of the game. Fans were thrilled to see what the duo has to offer this season and how they'll contribute to the team's success alongside quarterback Drake May.
Who is Dewey Ferris? It depends on who you ask. He's a dedicated teammate, a loyal friend, and a talented guitarist. His housemate and bandmate, Jack Demarest, has seen it all throughout their college years together.
I would say the thing that sticks out to me the most about Dewey is his time management, which inspires me on a daily basis. When I wake up in the morning, Dewey is always up. He's out doing basketball all day, class, and he comes home, he goes straight to his work. And then he's done with his work, he goes straight to go play guitar. There's just no downtime, and yet he still manages to put so much energy into the parts of his life that he loves doing.
Ferris is a 4th-generation Tar Heel student-athlete, so playing a sport at UNC, like his father, grandfather, and great-grandfather all did before him, has been a lifelong hope for the basketball player.
I was in the driveway when I was little, like pretending to be like Harrison Barnes and Tyler Hansbrough. I was like looking my dream in the face. I was pretty nervous.
To end the show today, we want to highlight our play of the week from UNC Baseball's left fielder Patrick Alvarez. On Sunday, Alvarez went up to bring back what would have been a 2-run shot for Notre Dame. I mean, so fun to watch. The Diamond Heels definitely have had no shortage of amazing catches this season. And this does it for this edition of Sports Extra.